Hey, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to the Eagles Talk post-game show. Our Philadelphia Eagles are victorious over the New Orleans Saints. Very, very unlikely to happen. Nobody picked us. No one picked us, including us. We didn't even pick us. We didn't pick against us, but we didn't. You know when we pick us, we didn't really pick us. You know what I'm saying? We don't pick against us, but we didn't pick us. Even us didn't pick us, and we won today, 24-21. The rookie quarterback had an impressive day. He led our team to a improbable win over a playoff contender, a Super Bowl contender. If you really look at it, the New Orleans Saints are Super Bowl contenders, and he led us to a win over them. Doug Peterson did better in designing plays around him, but I have to give a lot of credit to Jalen Hurts. He led that game. He captained that team. He made quicker decisions on when the pass wasn't there, and he just got out of the pocket and got what he can get.
Use his natural
And
ability.
yeah, he used his natural ability, and he did a great job. Jalen Hurts, and with this win, he might have saved Howie Roseman and Doug Peterson's job both. Although Howie had nothing to do with this game uh, directly, but Doug Peterson did because he called a better game than he had called with Carson Wentz all year. He ran the ball. He actually ran the ball. We might have had the most rushing yards of the whole season today, right? Would you agree with that? We had the most rushing yards today. We actually saw somebody who I thought was missing in action, but Miles Sanders does play for the Eagles. I found that out today. Wow. He does play for the Eagles, and guess what happens when you give him the ball? He produces. Wow, isn't that something? But I'm not going to monopolize the time. You guys tell me how you felt about what happened today. Tell me, Nichelle, what you see? What you see? Did you like this? What happened?
Of course, I liked it. I loved it, but I knew he was going to do that. I knew Miles Sanders was going to have a breakout game. Even the announcers was like, "Where has Miles Sanders been all season?" And this is the time you do it. Like smoke and mirrors, doing the things you should have been doing. But I'm glad we got the W. But come on,
Yeah.
give that man the ball. Give that man the
Listen,
ball.
I don't care what he
They giving
did
him the
today.
ball. I knew he was going to score twice after that.
To my cigar smokers, just so I won't get kicked out the club, I do have my father's cigar. What I have right now is some cigarellos. You get a little acid cigarellos. I took this from my brother. So, I got my Shea Sharp going on right now with my
He got his
cigarello,
Shay Sharp. I'm gonna let him live
my
today,
yak.
but we would kill him. Matter, you know what? I'm gonna let you
You know
guys.
what? Let me just say this. Let me say this. Let me
Go
do
ahead.
this
Go
real
ahead.
quick. I know you're gonna get on me and everything like that. And we didn't predict who. We didn't give a score. We didn't say who we don't think who will win. We just said it'd be a close game. We go out there and play with heart and stuff of that nature. But in actuality, man, the game plan that they put forth today was a game plan that we asked for the whole season, crossing routes, running the ball. The only couple plays that was suck was the plays where you had the pitch play in a shotgun formation. The fourth down plays, the two fourth down plays suck. But besides that, I mean, this offense was legit. And you know what? I need to start this quarter. I need to get this
All
drink in
right.
my system because this
I'm
offense
mad.
wonders. But why not? He can't. This offense was. You know what? Let me start the quarter, man.
Start the
You're
quarter,
now
man. Start the
listening to
quarter.
the First
Oh
All right,
man.
so you're watching Eagles Talk, the number one Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Our Philadelphia Eagles have just won a big game over the New Orleans Saints. We were alive before this game started, but we are definitely much more alive because our division sucks, basically. But we are still in the playoff hunt, and this game right here may start giving people, including myself, some hope on we might make the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, anything could happen. I mean, I wasn't expecting this, actually. I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
And we've been looking for this type of play calling, this type of offense from our team since week one, and we
Just simple.
finally got it. And I'm not
Just
saying
be simple.
it was something incredible out of something extraordinary, anything like that. But 24 points for the team that has been performing the way it has for the past several 5, 6, 7 weeks. That was impressive. 24 points, 17 to nothing in the half. That was good. We only scored a touchdown after the break, but it was something that we hadn't seen for a long time. It was something. This offense was something that we kind of expected from the beginning of the year. We didn't get a chance to get a glimpse of it until today. So we are excited to get that one win. And I'm not going to mention the P word. I'm not going to even say the P word. I'm just going to revel in what happened tonight. And we won today, 24-21 over the New Orleans Saints, the number one defense in the league, and we look kind of good doing it. So, Doug, please take a page. Please take notes for what happened today, and you can even put Carlson back in next week. I don't care. I mean, if you're going to call plays like that today, Carlson can play behind this type of play.
I'm a Carson fan. I'm a Carson fan. But some plays, and I hate to say that this guy reminded me exactly of who I'm about to say. The way he moved around the pocket, moved around and threw the ball away, the way he took off, he reminded me of a young Russell Wilson. I don't know if you saw that. But at one point he scrambled to his left, took off, had the ball in one hand, and put the ball out like Russell Wilson normally do to get the first down. Like he's scaring me a little because I'm a big fan of Carson Wentz, a big believer of this Philadelphia Eagles team. But if he's able to continue to produce and the team's able to play the way they have played today with 3 starters out in the defense, let's not forget that. 3 starters out in the defense, and Alshon Jeffrey getting calls. He got a pass. He got a defensive holding call. He's on Alshon Jeffrey and a touchdown. The only thing I have to say about this offense, Jalen Reagor, he's a fast guy, but it doesn't even look like he's running fast. At one point, he got the ball and like he was jogging or something like that. So I don't know if that's because he's that fast or I don't know. But I'm gonna take my shot. I'm gonna take my shot right now.
All right, okay, all right. So we're going to start this first quarter of the post-game show. If you watch the Eagles talk, you know that we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverages in the form of shots as we do the show. So we're doing victorious shots today, victory shots today. We haven't done this in 8 weeks. I'm exaggerating. Oh, Dax, she done stepped her game up. But I'm doing the Crown Royal Black. Pat is doing the Henny. I'm going to go get my white Henny. I got a shot left of white Henny. I'm going to do that because I'm not used to our Eagles winning them, so I'm going to drink Henny. I'm going to drink Henny today. God damn it, I'm drinking Henny. But he's doing Henny. And what are you doing again? I just saw the bottle briefly. What are you doing?
Some Patron Cafe and Bailey's.
Okay, Patron Cafe and Bailey's. So here we are. Victory shots for our Philadelphia Eagles, 24-21 over the New Orleans Saints. Everybody down the hatch, let me know what you're drinking out there. 3, 2, 1. All right, our Philadelphia Eagles won 24-21, but the bigger story is I went to watch the game over my neighbor Jason's house. He said he's going to be watching the post-game show here in his garage. I went to watch the game at his house in the garage with Kevin and the rest of them, the Stella representative, all that. So I watched the game. I go to the bathroom. I wash my hands. Hands down. They have the best smelling hand soap in the development. They have the best smelling hand soap.
Wait a minute. Time out. Flag on the play. Where's my,
I'm still smelling my hand. They have the best smelling hand soap. I'm saying I left before the game was over, but when I washed my hands, I was like, wow, it smells good. And I smelled my hands, and it was my hands. So it was the soap. Oh, my goodness. Their hand soap smells so good. So I have to thank Jason's wife for selecting such a great hand soap. And this just adds to the pleasure of my day here. The Eagles win. My hands smell great. And, oh, my goodness, this is the best day of my life. All right, here we go. All right, let's go to some comments here. All right, Robin Wallace says, yak here.
Yak,
okay.
All day.
They are doing the Henny with you, Pat. Everett says drinking the Eagles Kool-Aid. That's what he's doing a shot of. We all doing a shot of the Eagles Kool-Aid right now. Kevin says Wentz won't listen, so you can't do that with him. It worked with Nick also, but Wentz hard-headed. Don't bring Wentz back. Give Hurts his shine. All right, we'll talk about that too. Where's my son? My son was over there. All right. My neighbor, wow, such a better attitude. Hurts can't hurt. Yeah, I guess Hurts can't hurt. Tony says, let's just celebrate the win. That Wentz contract hangover can wait until tomorrow. Okay, well, all right. I'll stay off of Wentz going back to his starting position. I'll lay off of that. We'll just give Jalen his props today. Charles says you need to go to Ascend of the okay, all right, maybe that's a promotion. I don't know. Okay, all right. Joe Gunn says, "Let's go." Willie Noble is drinking water. William says, "Hey Dante, where are you at now? You with those negative comments in the pregame? I was just stating the reality of the whole situation." All right, my son is out there. Hassan says Hurts didn't get sucked because he used his legs. Yeah.
Many facts.
All right. All right,
Listen, I gotta
James.
say this about. I knew you got some more comments to read, but you know what? His
Go ahead. Go
pocket
ahead.
presence, especially when defenders is around him, was almost like I said, it's reminiscent to Russell Wilson in the early years. Like he's able to get out of situations and just get the ball out of his hands. That touchdown to Alshon Jeffrey. He got hit in the mouth. He got punched in the mouth for that touchdown. But for him to actually get the ball out quickly and just to roll out and throw the ball out of bounds because there's pressure. That's something else.
All right, all right. I'm gonna hear from the show in a minute, but I have to go to this. This Dion, one of our biggest supporters, says I missed the pregame, but I sure was horrible. All right, he doesn't. Dion is not a It's no mystery. Dion only tunes in from now on just because Nichelle is on this. I'm going to call it out. That's why he tunes in now just because of Nichelle. All right, Jr. says JP not playing and we don't get sacked. Coincidence or what?
Yeah, the line got some
I don't
cohesion
know.
right now. They got some
We don't get a
cohesion.
sack. We don't get a sack when he's not in there. Look, all right, man. It was a good game. Look, I didn't watch most of the first half. I was running out trying to get some things for the workers or whatever. But by the time I tuned in, I did listen to the first couple scores. I tuned in. I go over Jason's house about a little bit before halftime, and we're looking good. And play calling is looking good. And I think I was there at Jason's house when Sanders broke that long run. He didn't
Mhm.
he didn't make a touchdown, but it was a long run there, and we were all like, "Wow, look at that!" Miles Sanders breaks a long one, which is not surprising because he has done it throughout the year. We just haven't given him the ball enough for him to continue that type of success. But we saw it today. Not only that, his rushing yards, but Jalen Hurts rushing yards. We had a substantial amount of rushing yards just between Sanders and Hurts today, and that was a breath of fresh air. Looking at this offense and how bad it has performed the whole year, this was great. This was great today.
Look what
Yeah.
happens when you commit to the run.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
no
commit.
doubt.
Doug has commitment issues, and I guess today he decided he wanted to fully get in bed with the run game that he has. But shout out to the D line. I mean, they did not let up on Hill today.
Yeah, they
They
did
kept
not.
collapsing that pocket on him. They were sacking him. That was impressive. That was impressive.
It was. JR says Sanders broke most of his long runs through the three hole Kelsey
Chelsea.
Sam gap. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
it's the play design. I mean, that play design has always been a number one thing for for Miles Sanders. Go back to the Buffalo game last year. That's how Miles Sanders got his first touchdown in the NFL. The same exact play. So Miles Sanders is a home run hitter anytime you can get the ball. I'm not. And when you commit to the run, when you have a guy that can break it big like Miles Sanders can, and another guy that's elusive like Jalen Hurts is, I mean that keeps the defense honest. That 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 RPO, that read option, that keeps the defense honest, and that gives you so many yards. They showed the play on the goal line, even though Miles Sanders didn't score, he got to the 1 yard line. That when Jalen Hurts put the ball in the gut of Miles Sanders, that defensive end froze. He couldn't attack Miles Sanders. He couldn't attack Jalen because all Jalen had to do was pull it and score. I mean, he gave it to Miles Sanders. He only got one. He got 2 yards on it. But at the same time, that's keeping the defense honest. Does Carson Wentz give you that same opportunity? I mean, I don't want to dwell on that. I don't know. He's been injured.
Man,
He doesn't have the wills. I don't know. But right now, we're talking about this team win today, and from an aspect of an Eagles fan looking at this team, they played totally different than they played the rest of the year. Totally different. They had swagger. They had chemistry. They had they just played like they were actually playing some Philadelphia Eagle football.
And that was refreshing to see. But it does lend to our argument that the problem was not entirely Wentz. We saw the
Mhm.
offensive line play markedly better than that they had played previous to Jalen Hurts starting this game. No sacks today, and some of it was Jalen Hurts and his elusiveness back in the pocket, but a lot of it was their improved play. Also, was
Mhm.
it a coincidence that JP wasn't in there and there was no sacks? I don't think it was a coincidence. I think that was because he wasn't in there.
Mhm.
So people played better, and we said that in the pregame. If people play better, um, there's going to be a better result. And the people
Yep.
that we needed to play better was the offensive line, and they definitely played a lot better today. And Jalen Hurts, I'm not going to take anything away from him. I'm pro Wentz, but I'm a realist also. I know you guys hate me when I'm a realist and I give you the truth about how much we suck, but I'm gonna be a realist today and tell you that Jalen Hurts did a great job of maneuvering behind that offensive line. They played a lot better than they played in front of Wentz,
Mhm.
but there was some pressure, and he handled the pressure a lot different than Carson Wentz handled the pressure, and that's the biggest takeaway I have from this game. His elusiveness was better than Carson Wentz, and
Absolutely.
we thought Carson Wentz was a wizard when he had that MVP year in 2017. We thought he was a wizard with his elusiveness behind the offensive line when things broke down. Uh, Jalen Hurts today was a wizard also. And it looked a lot more. It looked effortlessly. It looked
It did. It
effortless
did. But the
Yeah.
the
play
way he
call.
did it
You
today.
didn't feel stress when the pocket
Yeah.
Right.
collapsed around Jalen, like the
Uh-huh.
stress you feel when you see it collapse around Wentz.
Yeah, you know what? The show you hit the nail, or you hit the hammer on the nail. Like seeing the ability of him actually seeing a rush, but looking downfield and scrambling. In the first quarter, is a play he rolled out to his left. He's rolling out to his left, and he hit Goddard on the sideline. Being under pressure, he hit Goddard on the sideline, rolling to his left. We haven't seen that in a while. We haven't seen
And
that
that
play
was a
in a while.
catch. They should have gave us that catch. I was mad
Oh
about
yeah,
that. That was a
that goes
catch.
back.
He
Yes,
he
yes,
he used his dance moves for that. He used his dance moves for that.
yes, he
All
did.
right, hold on. I need to throw a flag, but I'm not going to throw it off of my authority. I'm going to ask you guys if you agree with me. But I think there needs to be a flag thrown on Pat.
What is
Um,
it?
I think Jalen Hurts did a great job today, but to compare him to Russell Wilson,
I didn't get. Listen.
Russell
He had
Wilson,
Russell Wilson
Russell
like
Wilson,
ability. You did some things today.
elusiveness maybe,
He
but
looked.
Russell Wilson, you
I'm going.
didn't separate. You should have said his elusiveness was like Russell Wilson. You compared him to Russell Wilson. His pass accuracy is nothing on the level of Russell Wilson right
That was
now.
a Russell Wilson game, man. Come on, let's
Oh
be
my
real.
goodness,
150
Russell
yards,
Wilson,
50 yards
a
rushing,
potential MVP
zero
candidate.
sacks, zero sacks, and lead your team to a win. That's
All
a
right,
Russell Wilson game. Come
I
on,
said
now.
I'm going to leave it up to the people. You guys
Michelle,
tell
am I
me, but
right? Am I right,
I'm
Michelle?
voting for.
I
I'm
plead
just
the
saying.
fifth. I
I'm
plead the
just saying.
fifth.
Man, let me get
It
my
was
let
a
me give it
Jalen
to
Hurts game. That
Cigarello.
was a
Let
Jalen
me
Hurts
my head
game.
dog again. You know,
All right, get
we
your
won this. We
cigarello.
won this game.
All right, look. All right, let me go to some comments
yak.
because I'm going to go get my yak after this. I'm going to go get my white henny. All right, so Frank says I'm with you, Pat. He's with you. All right, Carlos says another amazing thing is how the screen passes. The ball was thrown directly at the player and not at his feet or where he has to jump up to get the ball. So he's
Accuracy.
saying that the accuracy on the screen passes by Jalen Hurts was much better than the accuracy on the screen passes by Carson Wentz. What few screen passes there was for Carson Wentz because there wasn't a lot. But he did throw them more accurately. I'll give you that.
He was.
Delbert says, Mr.
Mhm.
Walk it to him, like Shannon Sharp would say, 3 interceptions today. Who had 3 interceptions today?
I have no clue who that is.
All right, okay. Hertz is talking right now. Yes, he is. Everett is agreeing with Pat and saying that Russell Wilson 2.0. Wow. Flag on him, too, then. I'll throw a flag on both of y'all. I don't give a fuck. I'll throw a flag on all y'all. Anyway, Rashard says, why does Jeffrey get a TD every time Wentz doesn't play? Because he plays for the quarterback when it's not Wentz. That's
Yo,
why.
he plays hard. He plays. I have to say
He plays harder.
He's
My
a different
son
player
says
with not in there.
Thought I was the only one who noticed this. Okay. Fire. Look, this guy's name is actually Fire Doug Peterson. I have to put him on. That's his name. I put Hurts in a position to win, focused on his abilities, and ran the ball. Only took 13 weeks to figure it out.
I know that's
I agree
right.
with you.
I know
agree
that's
with you.
right.
He said it like he was the coach, though.
Yeah, he did say it. He said
Yo,
it in the first person
Fire Doug
form,
Peterson
didn't he?
out there.
He
We need
said
you
it
more
for
in
the
this
first
chat. We
person.
need you more in this chat. That's hilarious.
Sulema is in the house. Sulema, where are you? Thank you for tuning in, Sulema. Hurts said we scored more points than they did. Laugh out loud. Yes, you did. Yeah, that's our saying here, right? When we pick the games, we pick us scoring more points than them. And yes, Hurts said that today. We scored more points than they did.
Yeah.
And we got the win. So, yeah, we're happy about that. Joseph says 100% Russell-like. Oh, so he's agreeing with you, Pat. He's Russell-like. Okay, all right. Kevin, what you going to say when we win next week? I'm going to be ecstatic if we win next week, but I'm
My
probably
cousin's
going to be.
diehard. That's right, cuz. What they gonna say next week?
All right. I can't wait to see the mic'd up segment this week. Dave Saparo said Malcolm Jenkins was talking trash.
He was.
Okay,
What?
well, he's going down.
He had to, though. He had to.
Arm. He got Miles Sanders said, you know, you're going to talk all that
Said,
smack.
get off me.
Catch the stiff arm. Let me score. I got to say this about before we go any farther, man. Shout out to our defensive line. Shout out to Josh Sweat. He had 2 sacks today. And I know earlier in the comments they say he looked like a young Javon Curse. I've been saying he has the ability to be in there as a starter in that rotation, and he needs a lot more time. He showed it today, man. Coming off that, he bull rushed Armstead. Like he picked his hands up, threw him back, and got this quarterback sack. I'm looking like, God darn, he's a monster. One thing I gotta say, what happened to Brandon Graham? I think he's getting double teamed, and let's open up everybody else to get to the quarterback, but he disappeared. Fletcher Cox did step up today. He had a sack. He was double teamed a couple times, and he actually blew up the double team. This defense in the whole left this potent running team to under 100 yards. Like I know it's not Drew Brees back there throwing the ball, but we lost 3 of our starters. We lost Slay. We lost McLeod. We lost Avante Maddox. Even though we don't like Maddox,
that's no big loss. Okay, that's no big loss. All right, it's a bigger loss. When Roby Coleman got hurt, the people I was watching the game with were actually cheering, like, "Yeah!" But that's a horrible thing. But we lost Slay. That's a big blow to the secondary. Maddox has been getting burnt, so I don't know if we all.
The biggest one is McLeod, man. The biggest loss.
Yeah. McLeod, yeah.
That was tough.
Slay has a concussion. Maddox has an ankle, but McLeod has a knee. So that's a hard thing right now if he's gone, because he was the de facto number 1 guy back there that get everybody lined up. Even though we weren't expecting our defensive secondary to be great, he played well for us. Has been playing well for us. Period.
Who was better than Sweat?
Nobody,
baby. All right, Sullivan says, I'm still around, but unfortunately still dealing with health issues. I have an appointment with surgeon on Tuesday. Keep those prayers coming. I'm nervous about this appointment. We definitely pray for you, Sulima. A big supporter of Eagles Talk, and we love you, and we will be praying for you. You will come through this victorious. Damon says, also, good open field tackles and people in the right position, even on the touchdown against us at the end. Yeah, that was a great catch at the end. That touchdown at the end by them.
Turn his head around. I was thinking that they go for the double. All he had to do was turn his head around, and that was been a pick. But I mean, you players there in the NFL for a reason. You make these plays. You make those plays. So he made a play.
He definitely made a play. I'm going to go get my my hen dog, because this is a reason for me to participate in the Hennessy wave or whatever.
I'm gonna spark the cigar.
I only got a shot left. I'm going to get the shot that I have left. It's white Hennessy and all that. I'm going to go get that. But this quarter is almost over, so we're going to end the quarter. And
that's the end of the quarter.
Sue says, if you say it was play calling, it takes Carlson off the hook. Jalen just making better decisions.
Yeah,
Yes, he was
yeah,
making better decisions. I'll
yeah.
give you
He
that,
was,
Sue.
most
He
definitely.
was, definitely. Alex Singletary for president. Let's talk about him a little bit.
Yo,
All right, I'm going to pose the question. I'm going to let you comment on Alex Singletary, then I'm going to step off and get the Henny. But Alex Singletary had a big game today. And not only him, the linebackers. What's the other guy name?
We tackled.
Duke Riley
Yeah,
had an interception.
Duke Riley. Oh my goodness, Duke Riley was playing up. He
Yeah.
had a key stop there. So talk to me about the linebackers, and I'll be right back. Pat, you break it down. Linebackers, did they play well
Well,
today, or what? What did you
before
say?
we talk about that, we got to start the second quarter.
All right, you can start it, but I'm not going to do the shot till I get the white Henny. So go
I'm gonna
ahead.
wait.
You
I'm
can
gonna wait
start
till you
it.
come back. Then how about that?
All right. So break down the linebackers for me, and I'll be right back.
All right. So linebackers have been they have been trucking along. You know, we always talk about Nathan Gary, and he was a scapegoat because he's a safety converting to linebacker, so doesn't have that natural instinct to play linebacker. But this kid Alex Singletary, he was the Canadian Football League's Defensive Player of the Year. He plays linebacker like we expect a linebacker in Philadelphia to play. We had more linebackers like him, which I think we do, and then Sean Bradley and maybe a TJ Edwards. We could say our strong suit on our defense is our linebackers. They played up to the task. Again, they didn't play against Drew Brees. It was still a backup quarterback in Chaysom Hill, but they were able to neutralize the run game. They were able to take away the short pass game. And you know what? That speaks volumes on these linebackers, the way they are flowing to the ball. What you think?
Definitely. I was just impressed that, they were actually sticking their tackles this week. That was a big part of the problem.
There were a couple
Yeah.
missed tackles.
There are
But
a
you know
couple
what?
of missed,
You're right.
but they were in better position this week. So they definitely, I see people giving the linebackers an A++. They definitely get an A this week. They balled out. They were in better position. They stuck to their tackles.
Mhm.
And that's important. We needed our linebackers to play big along, as I said before, the D line. We needed both of those units to step up for if we were going to do anything, Drew Brees or not, with the Saints.
I totally agree with you. I mean, linebacker stepped up, and even the backups that came in for Slay, because Slay actually he helped shut down Michael Thomas.
He did. He had a chip on his shoulder because he said last week he said I played like trash. He was down on himself last week. He was like, the last 2 weeks I've been getting burnt.
Yeah,
he knew it.
He definitely knew it.
He was fully aware of it, and it's a shame that he got hurt because he looked like he was trying to turn the page on that.
One player that I have to say this right now that needs to go off this team after they finish the press conferences is Jake can't make a field goal Elliott. He needs to be out of here. I don't know about you guys. Yes, you can be excited about this game, but he cannot make a 22-yard field goal smack dab in front of it. Smack dab. That's an extra point back in the day.
Embarrassing. That was such a bad news bear move when he hit that upright, and we should have just went for the touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, Jake, it's time for him to go. It's all the cuss words in my body. I wanted to talk to him and kick him out the game. I don't even want him. You know what? When he go back to his locker, it should be a note. Bye. Bye. Like, we could find somebody off the street that can kick a 22-yard field goal. Cody Parkey, I think is Cody Parkey in the league? I think he's kicking field goals. Good. Like, come on. This is asinine to see a kicker struggle with these short kicks.
Yeah, that's problematic.
This may be the reason that Doug Peterson is going for it so much on fourth down.
Yeah, when your kicker can't make an extra point, we should have went for it that time.
He did get a new contract, so that may be weighing into it. Like, you know what? I don't have to kick I don't have to be as accurate, but at the same time, this dude needs to.
No, he's gonna need some extra practice if he's gonna stick around. He needs something.
My brother put up a post. Cody is in the league. My brother put up a post some time back. He said, "It's about time you should have taken my gambling advice. $500 would give you $1,700. This is a new team. They are putting athletes in good positions to make plays. I'm very excited about Sanders and Hurts. Yeah, it's just a play call. We've been talking about this for forever. Like, if you run the ball, if you give the defense something else to look at than the regular old players you have for the past 10 weeks, and you start running the ball and knocking it in the mouth, everything opens up.
Absolutely. The commentators have been calling for Miles Sanders every week. It's not just us, the fans. Everybody that knows the game has been calling for this run to be installed into our offense, more frequently. But they haven't been doing it. He finally picked this week. We knew he was going to pick this week. I knew he was. I was like, watch Miles Sanders have a breakout game. And he did. And he did.
And you know what? He only got 14 touches. 14 touches for 115 yards. 8.2.
And then the last few weeks, he's only had 13 touches in how many games?
Yeah, it makes no sense. We did run the ball a lot more than we passed the ball, so we ran the ball 36 times, 246 yards total, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble because of the quarterback. But at the same time, we have to be consistent when we run the ball. We have to run the ball more than we pass the ball, and it has to be a consistent thing the rest of the season.
Yeah. Did you get a snack, Dante?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I got some gummies and all that, but I didn't find the Henny. I think I threw it out by mistake. But
you threw Henny out with a swig.
It was only a shot left in there.
A swig.
Maybe a shot.
Take the bottle to the head.
It wasn't me. Believe me, it was not me.
Okay.
If you know how I drink, it was not me that threw out the liquor. No, it was not me. But my house is in disarray right now, and it got thrown out. But anyway, I'm back now.
The Dallas fans did it. The Dallas fans did it. I knew they did something. I told you.
I can't knock those guys because they've done a magnificent job on the floor. So I can't knock those guys. Outside of their football affiliation, they're okay with me. Alex Singletary for president. I missed what you guys had to say about the linebackers, but they did a great job today. I had to say that.
They flew to the ball. They were active. They helped defend the short passes. They were there on the run. They kept this team under 100 total yards rushing. I think it was 96 total yards off the 28 attempts. They were there to stop them on that critical fourth down in the first quarter. Like, our linebackers, besides the guys that are hurt, like T.J. Edwards, Devontae Taylor. I even mentioned Nathan Gary. Listen, he takes a lot of slack, but he's not a linebacker. All right, he's definitely not a linebacker. But Alex Singletary, Duke Riley had an interception. They played well today.
All right, okay. Jeremiah. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to this one. Dante over there chewing like an old man with some ginger snaps and vanilla wafers. All right.
Man, that's old.
Oh, look. Flag on the play. No one throws away Henny. All right.
I wanted to hit the button so bad. But he got an excuse. They are working on the house. So.
All right. And Sean says Dante chewing like he has some fat back in his pocket, save for later. All right. I told them when I went up there, I said, we're on air celebrating like it's New Year's Eve. We haven't won a game in 5 weeks. So, yes, we are celebrating because this is something I'm not used to. This 3-8-1 record this whole season is something that I'm not used to. And neither are any of the Eagles fans. I hope you guys, we're not used to this. We've had Andy Reid for a great number of years. We don't even count the Chip Kelly era. But outside of that, we've been a very successful franchise in this century. In the 2000s, we've won the division 9 times out of 20 years. And so 3-8-1 is very disappointing. And
4-8-1 now.
I've just been reacting to that. I'm not used to that.
4-8-1. Yeah.
Well, now we're 4-8-1.
We get there. We get there. Maybe we can get the 6-8-1.
I know.
Sorry, 5-8-1, 6-8-1, and 7-8-1. Make the playoffs with that. But you know what? I digress. One game at a time. And since you're back, it's time to do our shots. I don't know what you got over there.
I'll
here.
find something.
And I'm ready to finish this bottle off because know what? This victory is the 4th victory of the year in week 14. We got our 4th victory.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's horrible. Yay!
Flag on the play.
Right. You should be throwing it on yourself because you like yo. All right, here we are. You are tuned in to Eagles Talk, the Eagles coverage show that's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Our Philadelphia Eagles have won their 4th game of the year. We're 4-8-1. We're no closer to the playoffs. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs, but we are a happy group right now after seeing our team perform the way they did today. And it gives you some hope that maybe it wasn't all Doug Peterson. I don't know. Like some things reared their head today, and we have to rethink some things. I told you if Jalen Hurts had a good game and we somehow won this game, he was going to save the job of the GM and the head coach, and that's what's probably going to happen. He's going to probably start next week, and if we get another win over Arizona, and these are 2 wins that I didn't see us pulling out. So if we win next week, and then we head into Washington and Dallas, which are very winnable games, I don't know, man. I like Carson, but his ass is going to be on the hot seat if he win these last 4 games. Man. All right, man. All right. Here we go.
We down the hatch. Victory. Let's do this victory thing, man.
He just want to drink. He just.
I do.
All right, here we go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.
Fucking Philly. We don't care. All right, here's the best way. Deborah says, great way to end our weekend with a W. That's always a great way. That's the only thing I live for during football season is to end my weekend with a win. And you don't know how tough it's been. Well, you guys do know how tough it's been to not end our weekend with a W in so long. I'm going right to the clubhouse after we get off the air because I'm back now. I'm going right back.
Turn up is real.
Yes, the turn up is real. I'm going to the clubhouse, and now I can talk. I'm like in Friday, like I don't talk. Debo come. I don't be saying nothing, but when he leaves, I'll be talking again, and I'm gonna be talking again tonight.
Rest in peace, Debo.
Rest in peace to Debo, man. That's horrible. Another person I wanted to give shout out to is John Smallwood, a Philadelphia sports columnist for Daily News and Enquirer. He covered the Eagles. He covered the Sixers, especially during the Allen Iverson time, and he passed away within this last week. So shouts out to John. And John lived down here by me. I used to see John in the Wawa, and I read his the column that Rich Hoffman wrote about him. And his wife was saying he just was a very talkative person. He could talk to anybody, and I can attest to that. I would run into John at the Wawa down here in Smyrna, Delaware, because that's where he lived, and I would just strike. And he didn't know me. I'm nobody. I'm just the Dark Knight from Eagles Talk. But I would recognize him because I knew him, and I would bring up conversation, and he would always have conversation. He was a very nice guy, and he loved his sports, and probably just like we're doing right now, doing his job for 3 decades was probably the joy of his life. It's like a dream come true when you can do something that you love to do. When you're covering, like I'm sitting here talking about the team I love to death. It's just like it's all that. It's all that and more. And he did it, and he did it with passion. And I loved his writing style. The great sports debaters. He was on that. He was on a lot of things. So rest in peace, and condolences out to his family and his 16-year-old daughter, who's now has lost her father. And I just send out condolences and prayers to all of them. Okay, so Sean says, good chat during the game as well. So Pat set that chat up. Thanks, Pat. That was our first time doing a game time chat.
Yeah.
And I probably would have been more involved, but my phone died. So I I posted a couple times, and then I went over
I was
Jason's
trying to
house.
get you to pin it up. Like, pin this up, Dante. Pin this up the chat.
Yeah, I did pin it. I made an announcement for the group and all that, but then my phone died, so I couldn't follow it anymore.
So you know what? I'm gonna be doing that for the next game. So make sure that you subscribe to our Eagles Talk for Eagles Fan by Eagles Fan Facebook page, and you will see the chat there.
No doubt. All right, I think my DoorDash is here with my Red Lobster. All right, okay, all right. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm off topic. Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so our Philadelphia Eagles are victorious over the Saints 24-21. We kind of we had this game in control for pretty much the whole game. I mean, we only scored one touchdown in the second half, but 17-0 at halftime. And I sorely wish that we would have gone up 24-0. I would have guaranteed the game at that point in the first half, but it didn't happen. Not only didn't happen, but our kicker he's got to go. I'm sorry, but this guy, I think we're keeping him. I think he's getting more of a Super Bowl year pass than Howie and Doug Peterson, because this guy sucks, and he's not even on that higher. He's not high up in the hierarchy, and he's still here. Like Doug Peterson, I can see why he's still here after 2 bad years, and I mean this year right here, but and Howie also. But why is this guy? Why is our kicker still here and he's not performing? Come on. I mean that was a kick from like the 2-yard line. He missed that
22-yard kick, and on top of that, they gave him an extension at the beginning of the season. So it's kind of hard to cut him. But we need to
cut him.
We need to get rid of him. I'm done with this guy. We got him off the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad in 2017 because we needed a kicker because our kicker got injured. But at the same time, it is time. His reign here as kicker for Philadelphia Eagles is done.
All right, look. Everett says, I was expecting the Eagles Talk to have a halftime video after 17-0. Yeah, we probably should have.
I was in shock. I was like, this can't be happening. I was still in shock.
William said,
I was trying to digest it. It was like, I'm not going to get too excited.
That was sad. That was sad, man. I mean, it was only palatable because of the fact that we were up by so many points. But if that was a close game, and I was telling the people I was watching it with, if we lose by a field goal, I'm going to find him. I'm going to personally go and find this guy because this is he got to go.
We won by a field goal.
Yeah, but we won.
He's safe. He's safe. We got.
No, he shouldn't be safe though.
I know.
He shouldn't be safe.
Hey,
a few people shouldn't be safe, but
Here's my neighbor, Sean Bell. I'll be right over there, Sean, as soon as the show is over. I'm going to walk on as the field goal kicker. Sean, you have a better chance of making it as a field goal kicker than this guy. He sucks. He sucks. Frank says, I'll be a kicking comp in camp next. Oh, he'll be kicking competition in camp next week. Shelman is there. He says, I told you, Patrick, you should have put my money on this game, but we wouldn't have a house.
Wait a minute.
If we had put our money on every time you told us to put our house on the game, we wouldn't have a house to bet on this game. Shell, you have led us to put our house on many bets, and this is probably one of the fewest that have come to fruition, we would not have a house right now to bet on this game because we would have followed you the previous 5 times and we wouldn't have a house.
No,
So
no. Shell
You finally
was wrong.
came through.
I'm
He
gonna
was-
tell you right now. Shell asked me to go put some money on the Big Ten game, the Big Ten game, not this game. He didn't say nothing about this game until what? Till we came on the show. So Shell, you're wrong, and I'm gonna throw a flag on my brother Sherman, who's always on assignment across the country.
All right. Yeah, look, Jeremiah, don't bring us down. Jeremiah says no breeze for them. Hill made so many bad plays. He was looking like Wentz. All right, don't we're not even going to we're not
Don't
even
let
going to
him-
acknowledge this
Dante's in a
comment
good
right here.
headspace. Let's keep him.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, don't get me there. Don't get me there. We won this game fair and square with the people that we had, with the people that they had available, and the people we had available. We beat that ass. So I'm going to take it for that. I'm not going to, because I could go there. But no, this is the team that we had to face, and we beat them. You can only beat the team that you have in front of you, and that's who they place in front of us, and we beat them. And it wasn't like we were the most healthiest team out there. We didn't have our franchise quarterback. We didn't have our Hall of Fame tackle.
Are you serious? Are you really using those two?
All right,
Wow.
all right, okay, all
You're
right.
talking about me throwing a flag on myself. What you just said was,
That's a flag. That's a flag.
you know what?
At least stop lying to the people, Dante.
Flag on the play.
Get out of here.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna ask you, Nichelle. All right, so Jalen Hurts wins. Patrick has already told us that they've already announced that he will be the starter for next week. You said that, right, Pat?
Yeah, they
He
already
should
know.
finish out the season.
Yeah,
All right, so he should finish out the season.
He should
Who
finish out the season. He should definitely finish out. But we got to keep giving the ball to Miles Sanders.
Yes, we do.
If we still keep having these commitment issues after this win, and we see Doug revert to some of his old ways, I mean, then this whole exercise was pointless. So
Yeah.
we still got to commit to the run if we're going to give Hurts the rest of the season.
Definitely.
And that was refreshing. Seeing Miles Sanders cut through that big game he had, go through that humongous hole that he ran through, and run it down there. That should be all you need to see to say, I need to run the ball more. I mean,
And our
we've
tight
seen
ends
it
were
before
blocking.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, tight end was blocking every. But come on, man. We've seen him do that multiple times throughout the season. We probably could see it more if he gave him the ball more. We've seen it. This was one today, but we've seen it at least 2 to 3 more times this year when he's gotten the ball. Why don't we see it more? That's my question. Why don't we see it more?
I got to say this. Some plays they had today were straight from the Baltimore Ravens playbook. That one reverse to Jalen Reagor, where they had this tight end in the backfield and they had Miles Sanders. They were in I forget the name of formation right now. It leaves my mind. But Miles Sanders was behind Jalen Reagor in the shotgun, and they had Goddard left side of Jalen Hurts. They went with the fake motion to the fake action to the tight end. It looked like it was about to be an option play, and they pitched it right to Jalen Reagor coming back for reverse. That's a play straight from the Baltimore Ravens playbook, and to have that in our playbook that we could have used at the beginning of the season. I mean, it speaks volumes of what this coach really thinks of our quarterback.
Man, look, I'm looking at my fantasy team right now. I'm putting points right now.
You
I'm
just checked
killing
out.
them.
Come
I'm
on,
killing them.
Dante.
Look,
Come
look,
on
I'm looking at
now.
my
You got to
fantasy
do
right
better.
now. I'm
Throw the
killing them.
flag.
Yo,
Throw
I
the
put up
flag.
146 points right now. Like, yo, I'm killing the game. All right, okay, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna stay focused. But yo, I put up 146.
Really good.
Okay, all right. Let's go to some comments. William says, my question was why the hell wasn't Jalen Reagor on punt returns?
You know what?
I don't know.
For some reason and I think Nichelle said it, or somebody said it in the chat. Why did it look like he was jogging when he had the ball in his hand? I go back to say this again. A lot of times, fast guys when they're running, it doesn't look like they're running full speed because they're fast. But to me, to see a guy of his stature running, jogging down, especially when he got that reverse handoff, or that crossing route that we finally threw a crossing route and completed it. He was wide open for what was that? That was a 39-yard pass. He could have got more. It's just like he wasn't using the speed or something like that. To not have more punt returns, it may be something bigger that we don't know about. He may be injured. I don't know. I can't tell you. A lot of guys got injured in this game, but we cannot continue to have
Rieger has
Greg
not
Ward
been
back there.
injured. Doug Peterson's brain has been
We
injured.
can't have
That's what's
Greg
been
Ward
injured.
back there. We can't have Greg Ward. I like Greg Ward and all.
Greg Ward is only back there just to field the punt. He can catch the ball.
didn't
That's
field the
all. They
punt.
don't
He-
expect any return yards from him. They just want somebody back there that's not going to fumble the ball, and that's why he's back there. If we wanted some yards out of it, he wouldn't be the guy that we would be having as the punt returner. Rieger would be more conducive to what we want to see in a punt returner, a person that can catch the ball and get some positive yards. We only have Greg Ward back there because he can catch the ball. He doesn't muff punts, just like JR just said right there. I'll put his
We
comment up.
gotta stop being conservative, man. Come on, what are we fighting for? Just to catch a fair catch on the 10-yard line, or not catching on the 10-yard line, let it bounce to the 5, and they down on the floor. We need somebody. We need people down there. I've been talking about our special teams being so lackluster. It starts with the kicker. It starts with a kick returner and our punt returner. They suck. They all suck this year, and we got to change that. That has to fundamentally change.
All right, Pat, you asking for too much, man. We got to win
I
today.
am.
Can we just
I am.
take the win? All
Yo,
right?
it's the
Like,
yak talking to me, man.
like,
I
yo,
get
that's
on the
that-
Cinderella right
He
now.
wants it all.
This
He
that
wants it
Shannon.
all.
This is that Shannon talk right now. Now you all yacked up. I'm glad I didn't find my white henny because I'll be talking out of my head right now too. See, if I
I
didn't
mean,
have my
what happened to Jackson can happen to Rager, so we gotta be mindful. If you want somebody, that's suicide mission. So who's expendable is what you need to think about.
all right, Everett said you don't want Rieger returning punts because wrist injury. He was an offensive weapon. I don't care. As a young guy, that's the dues you pay as a young guy coming into the league. You do punt returns. Deshaun
Skip.
Jackson was a
Listen,
punt
Skip.
returner when he first came in here. When
Listen,
he
Skip.
established himself as a very productive,
Skip.
long down the field threat, that's when they moved him from punt returner. But Rager has to pay the same dues. He hasn't done anything on the field. So you pay your dues. You do punt returns. Like I'm not worried about wrist injury right now because for real, his value to the team is still being questioned. We have a receiver that was picked
True.
one pick behind him that looks like a Pro Bowler right now, and we have him. So yeah, you got to go out there and you got to return punts and you got to prove yourself. No, he hasn't. He has not reached. Don't put him back there for punt return status. He hasn't reached that yet. He still has stuff to work on. So if that's the way for him to make his mark in the league, let him return punts. Only the great receivers start off at punt returners, and then when they prove their worth
Great
as
receivers.
receivers, they move them away from punt returning. Rager hasn't reached that point yet. He has not reached that. So put him back there, and if we can't get anything out of him from the wide receiver position, at least we have a viable punt returner as as an option.
Dante, you're talking a lot of hogwash. The hell you talking about? A viable
I'm just
wide
saying.
receiver. He had 2 catches today for 46 yards. A viable wide receiver. Man, you don't get your ass back there and fill these damn punts.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Get your ass back there and field the damn punts. You're not exempt from fielding punts just because you're the first round pick. Shit. Get your ass back there and field some punts. If you can help us in the special teams game, I want to see you back there.
Oh, wow. Well, Nichelle, I'm happy we won. I can't talk to Dante no more. I like your tree behind you.
Out
I
of
like
control.
I like the portrait behind you.
I did that at Trey's. This side. I did that at Trey Thomas's, the paint and sip place they got in Cherry Hill.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Trey
he did-
Thomas.
Yeah, he has a Pinot's palette out in Cherry Hill. Good
My
for
buddy's,
birthday parties.
Let's play golf with Trey Thompson. He's like, you never play golf with Trey? I said, no, you didn't invite me. He's like,
Right?
He's like, oh yeah, we played with Trey many times. I go, okay, well, you didn't invite me, so I didn't play with him. So stop asking me. But anyway, Trey's a good guy. Let me go to a couple more comments, and we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Who is Jackson? Who is Jackson? I don't know. Who's Jackson?
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh,
Deshaun.
Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, we
That's
don't.
how he got hurt.
I'm
Back
not
in the
gonna play
year.
with him.
He back in a week, I think.
He's a rookie. He should return punts. Yeah, Jacques agrees with me. Let playmakers make plays. I agree. Get him back there. Everett says, did Randy Moss or Julio Jones return punts?
Randy Moss.
I don't
did.
know if Randy
Randy
Moss did.
Moss-
Yes, he did.
yeah,
He
Randy
definitely
Moss
did.
Next year,
did.
And he was
award
good at it
in
too.
college called the Randy Moss top returner awards. He was a punt returner and a kick returner in college.
Still
So,
is out of control.
but I mean, now we can't go any further. I got to work tomorrow. I'm gonna get some more Hennessy in my system.
All right, we get ready to get out of here. Jose says, go Eagles. That's what's up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Eagles Talk post-game show. We are so happy that our Philadelphia Eagles have won, and we are more ecstatic that the fact that you guys are following us and give us such a lively interaction back and forth in the chat room. We appreciate you guys for following us. We will be back on Thursday at 7 o'clock to review this game. Now, this is a game I will have pleasure in looking at. I'm going to tell you, the last 4 weeks, it was I did not want to go back and watch it. You know, I know Thursday's show is upon further review, so I go back, and the things that I missed during the game, I get to watch closely and during the week. But I was not looking forward to looking at any of those past 4 games. It actually hurt my eyes to actually go back and look at those games. But I'm going to be eager. I'm going to look at the game probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to look at the game because we won a game. Like, I'm so happy about that. I'm going to watch this game again. And then Thursday, we'll all watch the game. I'm talking. We do have a Game Pass account. Nichelle. Nichelle's new to the crew, so I have to tell her. We have a Game Pass account where you can go back and watch the game. Pat already knows that he goes back and watch the game. I'll share it with you. You go back and watch the game, and then when we come back on Thursday, we'll be able to give a recap of what happened this Sunday. And it's not much to look at. We won. That's all I need to know. We won. That's all I need to know. I can make up the rest of this shit. But anyway, we won. So we'll go back, and then Thursday we'll come back, and we'll recap the game, and we'll look forward to next week against the Arizona Cardinals. So, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. Me, the Dark Knight for the Sandler boy, Patrick, and our beautiful co-host, Nichelle. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys Thursday. We're out of here.
Peace. Cheers.
With my ass in chicken.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 hit him. Listen. It's Eagles Talk Live. It's Talk Eagles. Philly bleed green. It's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's Pete the Squad. Big Pat, Shell, and Dante